we just finished from the place Love Series Day 2. Yeah, it was very
Good.
Hey guys, we just finished from the place Love Series Day 2. Yeah, it was very interesting. You guys should watch it. And we're here on the Fekan channel to answer some questions according to him. So I'm passing the mic to the next person.
Hi, my name is Temi, and I'm live on Falcon Channel.
Yeah, so first question. What
Okay.
is you ask me guys the hardest parts about being in a long term relationship? The hardest parts about being in a long term relationship.
And the fact that it is long term is the hardest part. No, that's because of you commit your years to someone. So it feels wasted if it doesn't work out.
You get so used to someone, and when it doesn't work out, there's this sense of void. You feel like emptiness. You know, a dream that you envisioned before, not coming to reality.
Yeah.
So that's the hardest part of it, actually.
So the second question. Do you feel like you have to walk on eggshells to avoid triggering your partner?
Okay, that to me, okay, let me answer since I'm still with the mic. And to me, that question is tricky, sure. Working on eggshells, being careful, right? I think it's better for you to be you. You know, sometimes and a long-term relationship might end not because you're the bad person. I don't know if you understand. So if you think you, I'll just say try and analyze things and know where the problem came from before you can determine. Oh, you need to like work on eggshells not to trigger the way you acted in the previous. Because sometimes it might not be you, it might be the other person. Sometimes it might be you and not the other person.
I will say that you don't need to work on eggshells.
Have you had to work on it?
Have I had to? No, because I don't know. I don't know how to work on eggshells. My character will always come out because I don't know how to pretend. And the truth is that if you start to work on eggshells, you would be truthful yourself. The person will not know things that trigger you.
Yeah.
You won't know things that trigger them because both of you are pretending. And if it's for a long term thing like marriage,
You have to be true.
you have to be true to yourself. Yeah.
Wait, before you go to the next question, let me put. So, what me I'm trying to say in essence is that still stay true to yourself, like be yourself. But that doesn't mean if you're the wrong person, you don't fix the bad in you. But when fixing the bad in you is different from pretending to be another person. Okay?
So next question is provide actionable insight into offering emotional support. Actionable insight into offering emotional support.
So things we can do to spice up like actions. Okay. Let me go.
If someone is going to something, things to do,
Provide insights.
insight on what
Actionable
actionable insight. Number one, don't tell the person is okay. Allow them cry. No, yes, so some people tell you that, or maybe the person is crying, they're still crying 2 weeks after. Don't say, is it not okay? Allow them cry. Because in crying, they get over, they're able to, crying is expression. So they're able to express how they feel. And it helps them to move faster, number one. Number two, don't make jest of the situation when it is still the person is still very vulnerable. Me and my friend, we talk about things that have happened and we laugh about it now because I'm over it. But so now, I'll just say this thing briefly. When I was going back to my ex the third time before the whole breakup, my best friend Melody told me not to. I didn't tell her when I was going to go back. I just entered. She knew she was covering my secret for me. So when everything busted, I was not bold enough to go and tell my best friend. So I told her after 1 week. And I couldn't tell her because I felt ashamed. I felt like she would judge me. But she didn't. She was like, I was like, why did you tell me? I was like, I thought you'll be angry because you told me not to. You warned me, but I didn't answer. She was like, no, blah, 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 blah. 6 months after, she's like, you don't used to hear word. So that was why. But at that moment, she was sure not to blame me. So don't blame anybody. Even if you want them, you said, don't do this, don't blame, don't pass blames, don't tell them it's okay, allow them.
To me, like Temi said, allow them heal. Give them time. I used to say time heals. There's this quote I'm always saying, time heals, time reveals things. So just let people heal. That's the best way you can help them, because if you rush them, and you know, some people might go through a breakup situation, and the next thing they're already sending you a picture of, check out these girls now, so fine. I have people. No, they don't need that as at that moment. They need to like heal from the pain they are feeling. So the way best way you can allow them is like let them be. Don't judge them and support them as much as you can. Take them out. Just give them that sense of belonging and love.
So now, like, three more questions I'll be done with you guys. So this one is for both of you directly
Uh, yeah.
regarding your previous relationship. So, what were you afraid to happen if you left? When you left, what were you afraid to like? What were you afraid of happening that you're afraid? Hey,
I'll answer first.
I wanted to say that.
Yeah. What were you afraid
No,
of?
your
that
greatest
will
fear.
Your
happen.
greatest fear about the
About
relationship
the relationship
ending.
ending. About you leaving.
I thought I won't see someone. I thought it was the best, and I won't see someone like him. So I was afraid of leaving because, or even going back. I was always going. Yes, I liked him enough to keep going back, but I felt like I couldn't get someone that was that good like him. So that was my biggest fear. But after I realized that I was very foolish because God has sons.
For my first breakup, which is very interesting because the person asking me question knows about it. So my first breakup was not really somebody being a bad person. So my biggest fear was I was more in a situation of two good people having to like go separate ways. So I was more scared of okay, will she open up to love again? That was one of my fears. And for me, I was like thinking, I hope I'm not making a mistake. So my biggest fear was like, I hope I'm not making a mistake. That was my biggest fear. But over time, I just thought of it and like, well, it happened for the best. That was because I'm this kind of person that if it doesn't go well, life happens. So that's my number one rule. Life happens. So if things don't go my way, I just tend to yeah. But I think relationship after don't let me talk about that. Don't worry. No, 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 no. It's too early to talk about that.
Oh, yeah, now, so the same question, but in another way. So, what was your greatest fear if you stayed?
My greatest fear. I actually really did have fears, which I was bearing. I was afraid that normally I don't want to have a bad marriage. So I knew as a person the marriage would not be bad, but I was afraid of certain traits the person had that could cause the bad marriage. So I was afraid of having in-law problem. But I was like, I think I could cope with it. I could manage the situation. I was afraid of someone that was going to be, oh, my mommy said. Yeah.
Somebody.
But I was still like, maybe it's not really like that. Yeah. And then I was also afraid of, seeing some patterns in their family, not necessarily to the person, just seeing some things in their family and like, oh, I mean, I know that you are different, but yeah, I was a bit, I was yeah, these things were there, but I was of the opinion that I wasn't dating the family story or the family situation or patterns was this person was not like that. Yeah.
Okay, for me, it was more of missing out on God's plan. It was more of missing out on God's plan for me. That was my first, yeah. Ending my, I'm still staying in my, one of my biggest fears staying in my first was if I was stubborn about it and two of us find ourselves in a situation and that we can't, we get married and things go south. So before I even made the decision, I wanted to be so sure I was sure of what I had and I was sure of the decision I was making. So my biggest fear still staying in was missing out on God's plan and if things go south, there's nobody to blame. I have to dance to the music.
So now this is the final question. What is one thing you used to believe about relationship but no longer do? One thing you used to believe about relationship but now
Okay. Okay, one thing I believe. Okay. One thing I used to believe is people meant what they said. Let me just put it like that.
that's deep actually.
Yes, you think people. I was in this relationship and at the beginning, I asked some very difficult questions. The person can remember. I hold no grudges. So I asked some deep questions. Can you do this? Can you do that? Because I was deliberate about those questions because I knew where I was headed and I was like, let's clear this part. And they were like, don't worry, I'll stand by you. I would. But when the drama, small shaky like this, everything went south. So, my my belief system changed. That before I used to believe what people said carried weight to them and they meant what they meant or what they said, but I no longer believe that. So when somebody is telling me, it's not as if I'm doubting anybody, but once you tell me that,
Check it.
I will hold it with one hand. You understand that kind of thing?
I'm going to piggyback what you said. So I also used to, I'm a words person. And that's why I have to tell people, if you know that, see, if you tell me, oh, I'm going to come for this thing, it better you come to us. I didn't beg you to promise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what-
So when you tell me something, best believe that in fact, even when I can see, you tell me that it is actually dark, then because it's you, I will say yes, it is dark. I can see it's white, but it's black
So we
because
tend
you
to
said it's black.
trust
So I
people.
trust you. Do you understand? So I'm that kind of person. But I started when I used to have 100% trust, but now I'm like, at the end of the day, it's only God I can trust 100%. So I give God 100. I give human being. I don't want to say men because I'm not like that. I give
Human
men
being.
60. The remaining 40, I hold it to myself.
So to be just to buttress Timmy's point, I don't know. Well, I was thinking in some okay. Yes, I'm this person to trust. When I trust with my eyes closed. Because I used to tell somebody something, I can't be friends with you if I cannot come to your house and sleep with my two eyes closed. What's the point of being friends? So that's why I said I no longer believe that statement that people will tell I promise heaven and earth. I will believe you. I will trust you. So since then, I was very careful. So just to save myself from pain and hurt, I'm now being careful about outrightly sticking to whatever anybody says.
So thank you guys for coming.
Thank
Nice
you
having
too.
on my channel. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Tell them to subscribe.
Please
Yes.
subscribe to and let's say it together now.
Okay,
Please
subscribe,
like, subscribe,
subscribe and
and share
comment.
and
Yeah.
comment. Let's go the local way.
Bye bye.
Ah,